Hello 100% Pure Elvis family. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to my channel today. I really do appreciate your ongoing support and I hope this all finds you well. And welcome to all of the new subscribers to the 100% Pure Elvis channel recently. On this upload today, I do not have any Elvis related items to share with you. I just really wanted to ask you all a big, massive favour. The similarities that me and Elvis have with our closeness to our mothers is on the same level. Unfortunately, my mother has been taken back into hospital ill, and my mum's nearly 85 years of age. The closeness that me and my mum have is a special bond, like Elvis and Gladys had. And again, where Elvis lost his mum at a very young age, I'm now 52. My mum's 85, so we're at a different place. But the thought of losing mum really scares me. And the thought of not having my mum in my life makes me feel empty inside. But I'm a realist and I know you're supposed to lose your parents before you. But when I was at the hospital today, I was really seriously looking at, how Elvis must have felt when he lost Gladys, and being in the army when it happened. And I wonder, did going back into the army help Elvis get over that loss at such a young age? No, I don't think it did. Elvis never got over losing his mum. And for me, you carry on in life, don't you? Because that's what your mum would want, or that's what your dad would want. So for me, I know my mum's in the right place. I know she's being looked after well, but my mum's health has been on a gradual decline now for the last 5 years. She had quite a severe accident in 2020 where she fell down the stairs and broke her hip. And since then, each year has gradually declined health-wise. I'm never negative in front of my mum. I am never, we never talk about things like her not being here. My mum will talk to me, my twin brother and my older sister about when she's not here, the will, what her requests are. But when I'm on my own with my mum, I make her laugh. I make her have fun with me. And because I want to remain positive within myself, but then at the back of my head, I also feel that I kind of know what the inevitable is, where, my mum's in a place now where we have been told that there's not much more that they can do to make mum better. So she's comfortable, and I know what that means. My mum, she has dementia as well, but she's got vascular dementia, where she still knows who you are. She remembers the past, but she doesn't know what happened yesterday. But every day when I'm at the hospital, so I tend to go to visit mum every day. On the odd occasion, I might take a night off, and do you know what? I do regret it, because, at times I just think, God, what if something happened if I didn't go? But I've got to be realistic and think I need to spend time with my partner as well. And obviously, at that time, when Gladys passed away, Elvis had his dad Vernon to lean on, but then obviously he went back into the army. So, again, I wonder how Elvis got through that difficult period. I wonder how he stayed strong and got through the loss of his mum. He never did, but you move on in life. You do. You have to, don't you? And for me, I've had therapy in the past before, and we've spoken about the loss of close loved ones. I lost my older brother in 2016 at the age of 49, a very sudden loss. He'd been at work all day, came home, had a severe heart attack. But again, so that was a big loss. And, again, I still miss my older brother day in, day out. Do I think about my brother every single day? No. But obviously, he was a massive impact also on my life, because I looked up to my older brother throughout my life. And again, he was very supportive, and we had a close bond. But for me, the closeness that I have with my mum is like the closeness that Elvis had with Gladys. And the closeness that I have with my mum is not the same as what my brother and sister have with my mum. Their closeness is very different. Me and my mum seem to have a special bond with each other where, we know what we're thinking, we know what makes each other laugh. And, when I was at the hospital today, I was playing her Elvis, and there's some tracks that I played that, I've not heard that one before. And I'm like, well, yes, you have heard it before, Mum. And she always maintains she hasn't, but we were talking today about how music makes you laugh, puts a smile on your face. It brings memories. And, one of my mum's favourite songs is Mama Liked the Roses. So I played that. And again, she was talking to me about why that Elvis song means so much to her. She also asked me to play Just Call Me Lonesome. So again, I put Just Call Me Lonesome on. My mum absolutely adores I Just Can't Help Believing. We played that. Her favourite 50s record is I Need Your Love Tonight, and that is why it's my favourite, because of my mum. So again, I know I'm not sharing Elvis-related items, but I just really wanted to also talk about, how important Elvis is still in my mum's life. Even if you are in the darkest of moments, in hospital, unwell, and you put Elvis on, a favourite Elvis record on, it puts a smile on your face. My mum today was on great form, laughing, joking. I was crying with laughter with her, because again, we've just got that special bond. And my mum said to me, Mark, you know I love you. Because I said, I know you do, Mum, and I love you too. And she says, I was the one that brought Elvis into your life. And I said, well, yeah, look where it's got me. And she says, is that a good or bad thing, Mark? And I was like, well, it's a good thing. I said, because for me, Elvis is so important in my life. And again, my mum actually remembered that I do a YouTube channel, and she says, oh, how's it going? And I said, it's going great. And she said, oh, what do you talk about? Do you play music? And I said, no, we don't play music, Mum. I just share my collection. And then we just got talking about Blue Hawaii. She absolutely loves the movie Blue Hawaii. And we're talking at length about her favourite song from Blue Hawaii, Hawaiian Wedding Song. And then I started talking about other movies of Elvis, and she didn't know them. I've never heard that movie before. And what songs were in that one? And, and it's because even though my mum loved Elvis, she didn't really know a lot about his movies. So a bit like me, really. I mean, I only really started to learn about Elvis movies when I started really collecting Elvis. So again, I was talking about my favourite movie to my mum today, Change of Habit. And again, she'd not heard of it before. The only song she'd heard from Change of Habit was Let Us Pray, because I've played up to her many times before. But again, we then did talk about the closeness between Elvis and his mother, Gladys. And my mum says, do you think that's a special bond that we have? And I said, oh, definitely, because, for me, my mum's the most important person in my life. People would say, well, isn't your partner? Well, it's very different, isn't it? I think the love that I have for my mum is on a different level to the love that I have for my significant other. And again, for me, my mum's molded me into the person that I am today. You know, she made me stronger. Um, for me, my mum has always been the sort of mum that she knows when there's something wrong with me. She knows just by looking at me, Mark, what's wrong? Do you want to talk? And even though she's got vascular dementia, to this day, my mum can look at me and she instinctively knows if there's something wrong. She'll say, Mark, what's wrong? Do you want to talk to me? And one of them days was today. I was really, really getting quite emotional. Just looking at my mum and just thinking about Elvis going to visit his mum in the hospital, and Gladys not coming out of hospital. And I just hope and pray that that doesn't happen to my mum. I want my mum to kind of be around her family, not in a hospital environment, but and I don't want to sound like I'm going to lose my mum. I know things are difficult for mum. I know it's a very difficult time for us as a family. It's a very difficult time for my stepfather. My stepfather is also very ill. So my mum, when she's not in hospital, she is in a care home. And my stepfather, he still lives in the flat that they have together. My mum and stepfather have been together for 50 years and married for 47. And I actually still have my dad alive also. So for me, you know, what I wanted to talk about on this channel today is the similarities between me and Elvis and our closeness and bond with our mums. And again, I know there's some people that don't have that closeness with their mother, and their upbringing could have been very different, or their mum might not have been in their lives. And, you know, for me, when I think about that sort of thing, it makes me feel quite empty. I think we all need a mother figure in our lives. And for me, I remember when my partner's mother passed away. I think that was about 5 years ago now, and I was the person that held it together for my partner. You know, I was the shoulder he could cry on. I was the person he could shout at. I was the person that would listen and guide him through that difficult time. And I know my partner will do that if anything does happen to mum. But again, when we were talking about Elvis today, mum was talking about the bond between Elvis and his dad Vernon. And again, you know, that's a similarity also between me and my real dad. You know, I love my real dad. You know, he is a special person in my life. We never used to have that bond, me and my dad. We used to always be quite disconnected. Like there'd be like me, my twin brother, my sister and my older brother, and then there'd be me, my mum and my stepdad. My real dad went out of our lives for a number of years. And when he came back into our lives, we found it at first a real struggle to allow him back in. But over time, you know, I began to love my dad more than ever. And we've got a special bond. My dad has been such a great support mechanism over the last 5 years. You know, I don't know where I'd be without him. So again, my dad is not an Elvis fan. He appreciates Elvis's music. And, you know, we go on holiday twice a year to Ireland when my dad is from County Tipperary in Ireland. So we go and visit my dad's family twice a year. And I absolutely love spending time with my dad. But again, why I wanted to come on my channel today to share this with you all is, you know, please, could you pray for a speedy recovery for my mum? You know, if you aren't religious, you know, I understand. I mean, I'm not a very religious person. My mum is deeply religious, so but I do believe in the power of prayer. And we all know Elvis was a very religious person, and he believed in the power of prayer. And for me, could you please, in your heart of hearts, wish my mum a speedy recovery? And her name is Valerie. And so please keep her close to your thoughts. And my stepfather, Andrew, it's just a very difficult time for me and my family at this moment in time. And again, the uploads might not be as frequent going forward because of the difficult times I've got at the moment, but I promise you that whenever I have any free time that I can commit to the channel, I will. So there's going to be like 4, 5, 6 days on the bounce where I might not do an upload, but I promise you, please stick with me. I will be doing my uploads. I will be I will be sharing my collection of Elvis. I love everything that I do on my channel. I love sharing you all of my Elvis related items, and I know you love it also, and your support is second to none. But it really helps me, believe it or not. And when I do talk about Elvis with my mum or my brother, stepfather, sister, I always talk about my channel and my subscribers and the comments that I receive back from you all. That little comment that takes 10 seconds to write, that makes a massive difference to me. Because when someone takes the time to watch an upload and then comment, to me, that is so special. And again, before I end this upload, I absolutely want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support of myself and my channel. I want to thank Gladys Presley, Vernon Presley, for bringing the wonderful son Elvis Presley into the world to share with us all. And again, the closeness that Elvis had with his mother in particular, and the closeness that he had with his father up until his sad passing, is the same similarities that I've got now. And for me, I just wanted to say, Mum, love you more than life. Thank you for making me the person I am today. Thank you for making me love Elvis. Thank you for making me share my love. And thank you for being the wonderful human being that you are. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to my channel today. Now, I always sign up, as always, by saying, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. But I'm also going to say, could you please keep my mum close to your hearts also? Please keep on thinking about Elvis. Lots of love, everybody. Thank you for listening. Lots of love. Bye-bye.